All right, so today's lesson was on pretty much fractional exponents. So we're lesson 3, products involving radicals and rational exponents. So some people were confused today, so I told everyone I was going to make a video about it. So let's jump into it. So let me get my pen here. Let's move out the way. Let's add some notes, and let's use. Let's use red. All right. So with these type of square roots, now you have the fifth root to x to the third power. So if you notice, if you look at the formula at the top here, you follow it exactly the way it is. So your base will be your x. So it'll be always whatever is there. And then it's going to be some type of fraction. So whatever n is, the number that's on the outside will always go to the bottom. And number that's on the inside will go to the top. That's it. Same thing for b. X again, x will be your base. And then the number on the outside will be 7. And number on the inside will be 2. So it'll be x2 to the 7. Okay, so just follow that formula. Now this one, this square root, it's a little tricky because usually when you see like something x to the power, you always know it to be 1 if you don't see anything. And with square roots, if you don't see anything, there's always a 2. Okay, so you follow the same formula. So you got your base, so which is a. So what goes in the bottom is the outside, which would be 2. And then what goes on the top in the numerator will be a half. Now this is where the calculator comes in. Now you're going to have a half divided by 2. So again, so what you do here, you hit that alpha. Then y equals. Then the first one, nd, so you hit that. So now I'm in fraction mode. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to hit 1 over 2. Let me delete that. 1 over 2. Then I'm going to multiply. Make sure you're out of the fraction mode. Make sure you hit that arrow going forward so your blinker is next to the fraction. Now you're going to divide that by 2, which if you enter it, they give you 0.25. That's not going to help you here. So you're going to have to translate that into some type of fraction. So what you do, you hit math. You hit math. And then you hit frac. First one, and then you hit enter, and that should give you 1 over 4 if you're bad at dividing fractions with a fraction. Now what's hard about this, everything that you learn, every rule, they're gonna ask you of. Okay, all right, so that's done. So what else we had? So we go to the formula. The formative assessment here. A lot of people didn't understand it. So same thing here. I'm going to write the formula on top. So square root, it's going to be n, x is here, and m is on the inside, will equal to x m over n. Okay, so again, you have 7 x to the second power times x square root x. I'm gonna erase this so we're getting a little sloppy. So let's do this. Come on, work with me. Okay. So let's see. The fifth root x to the third power. Okay, so I'm going to translate this. So you follow the formula that's up there. Let's fix this up here, because some people cannot see that. So let's fix that to, come on, pen, work with me. All right, so let's fix that to x, n goes on the bottom, n goes on the top. So let's translate this, use a different color. I'll use black. I haven't used black in a while. So let's translate this. So it's going to be x, that's my base, and the number on the outside will go to the bottom. That's my n. And the number that's on the inside, which is 2, will go to the top. Now multiply that by x, and my n is the outside number here, which is 5. And number on the inside will go to the top. Now another rule, when you're multiplying exponents, remember the 2/7 and the 3/5, they are exponents. So x times x will give you x. Now the rules of exponents, you're going to have to add, I'll bring it up here, the 2/7. When you're multiplying exponents, you add those exponents. Okay, this time in class I did it by hand and people got lost, so I'm gonna use a calculator in this particular case. And nothing. Okay. Sometimes that will happen. Sometimes you have to reset. So alpha y equals to nd. I'm getting crazy in this. Okay, because I'm using alpha, which is right here, y equals to, then you click on nd, so I get that mode right there. Then I'm going to hit 2/7, then I'm going to scroll over, I'm going to use that scroll, then plus, then I'm going to hit alpha again, y equals, then you click on 1, n over d, and then it's going to be 3/5, so 3, 5. Then I hit enter. And then what I'm going to do, once I hit enter, once I see that line on the bar, you're going to hit math again. And then you're going to click on 1. And then it says answer frac. You can hit enter. And it's 31/35 like we got today. But I did it by hand. A lot of people didn't know where that 31/35 came from. But remember, when you're adding fractions, you have to have a common denominator between the two. So I did it in class. I'm not going to do it again. If you want me to, you could email me or in the chat. So now the question asks, Kenzie believes for x greater than 0, the expression of, they give you the equation here, is equivalent to 35/6. Is she correct? Justify your response. So let's look at that 35/6. So my base is going to be 6. 35 will be on the bottom and 6 will be at the top. It doesn't look like that. So the answer is no, because the expression x 2/7 times x 3⁵ is equal to x 31/35. So therefore, x 31/35, it's not equivalent to x 6/35.